हेलो गाइस, स्वागत है आपका कंटेंट मॉन्स्टर्स के एक और एपिसोड में। और आज के इस एपिसोड में हम रिव्यू कर रहे हैं वेब सीरीज राणा नायडू का, जो कि कुछ ही दिन पहले रिलीज हुई है नेटफ्लिक्स पर।
कोई भी सेलिब्रिटी को प्रॉब्लम होता है,
राणा प्लीज फिक्स दिस।
सबसे पहले तेरे को फोन चलता है।
राणा नायडू जो है एक ऑफिशियल अडेप्टेशन है इंग्लिश सीरीज रे डोनोवन की, और इसके मुख्य कलाकार हैं राणा दग्गुबट्टी, वेंकटेश दग्गुबट्टी, सुरवीन चावला, प्रिया बैनर्जी, सुचित्रा पिल्ले, फ्लोरा सैनी, गौरव चोपड़ा, रजनी बसुमतारी, सुशांत सिंह, अभिषेक बैनर्जी, राजेश जैस, अश्विन मुश्रान, अभिषेक भालेराव, मिलिंद पाठक और इशिता अरुण। जी हाँ, सबसे खास बात इस वेब सीरीज की है कि वेंकटेश और राणा दग्गुबट्टी जो कि रिलेटेड हैं एक दूसरे से, वो पहली बार आमने सामने आ रहे हैं। सो क्या खास बात है इस सीरीज की ओवरऑल? जैसा कि मैंने कहा, सबसे पहली चीज़ है इसकी कास्टिंग। बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग कास्टिंग है इस वेब सीरीज़ की। सभी कलाकारों ने बहुत बढ़िया काम किया है और बहुत बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग कास्टिंग है। वेंकटेश इज कास्ट इन अ वेरी वेरी डिफरेंट काइंड ऑफ रोल एंड ही ब्रिंग्स अबाउट द मच नीडेड ह्यूमर इन द अदरवाइज सीरियस शो। कास्ट एज द लोकल हैदराबादी हु स्पीक्स हिंदी इन दैट हैदराबादी डायलेक्ट, ही इज रियली अ रेवलेशन।
मैं लाइफ में जो भी अच्छा बुरा किया, ये फैमिली के लिए किया, लेकिन शायद जोड़ा कम थोड़ा ज्यादा।
And Rana Naidu also has in the role of a fixer for the big and famous, for all the celebrities across all walks of life, has done a role which is completely different to what he has done in the past.
फिक्सर फॉर द स्टार्स।
Both of them together are very, very different. They performed in roles like these, which they haven't done before in their careers, and it's clearly a different kind of performance that they've given here, both of them. And that to me is clearly one of the biggest highlights, along with the superb casting of this series. Second, I think while it's an adaptation of Ray Donovan and while it's primarily a crime drama, at the core of this drama is a family. It's a dysfunctional family, the patriarch of which is played by Venkatesh Dagubatti, with his three sons being played by Rana Dagubatti, Sushant Singh and Abhishek Banerjee. But at the core of this entire crime drama is this entire family scene, which also brings alive that emotional element, brings alive that emotional chord in this otherwise shocking crime drama. So that, I think, also gets the viewer hooked and engaged with this show through the length of those 10 episodes. Third, I think the confrontation between Venkatesh and Rana Dagubatti, whenever they come on screen opposite each other, there are clearly fireworks that come alive. Not before in recent times have we seen a lead pair in confrontation with each other, with such sizzling chemistry. I think the chemistry, the fireworks between the two, the confrontation between the two are clearly some of the biggest highlights of this show. Fourth would be the performance of the supporting cast. I think Surveen Chawla as Rana Daggubatti's wife excels as someone who's torn between balancing her family life and her ever busy husband. She performs brilliantly. Rajesh Jais as the corrupt politician who's prone to bouts of hallucination and fear because of the crimes he's committed in the past. Gaurav Chopra as that larger than life superstar who's made the transition from regional cinema to becoming a national hero, but yet caught between his alternate sexual preferences and his gory past. Also delivers a fantastic performance. It's great to see him on screen after such a long time. Ashish Vidyarthi as that foul-mouthed Don from Hyderabad. Brilliant, brilliant performance. Sushant Singh as Rana Daggubatti's brother who suffers from Parkinson's and is a stunt master in movies, and also, can't help himself but fall in love with the nurse who's been treating him, played by Ishita Arun. Again, delivers a flawless performance. Abhishek Banerjee, without a doubt, is an absolute revelation as someone who's struggling with mental health issues because of the fact that he's been molested as a child by a Swamiji. All of these characters have given brilliant, brilliant performances. So I think this performances by that very, very strong support cast is another huge, huge strength of this web series. The story is pretty much about Rana Daggubatti, who plays a fixer, like I said, for the rich and the famous, and his estranged father, who's released from jail after 15 years, played by Venkatesh. Venkatesh now wants to play the role of the ideal patriarch, which he didn't when he had the opportunity 15 years back, and he left his young children, went to jail. Now tries to mend the situation, but Rana hates his father, and he wants to avoid him, and he wants to ensure that he goes back to jail. What forms this confrontation between father and the son, and the various subplots involving the brothers and the crimes that they may have done in the past, and how all of it catches up with them and the family is broadly the crux of the story. Now, what doesn't work for the series? It's fairly tedious and long. 10 episodes of 50 to 55 minutes each is like really long for today's day and age, when people generally want to binge watch a show. Ray Donovan, when it released one episode per week. So these kind of long durations for each episode worked for that kind of a show. But today, when you have all 10 episodes releasing together, this is fairly long and tedious and boring at times. Second, I think there are far too many subplot involving the Swamiji, the subplot involving Sushant Singh's love life, the subplot involving Rana's daughter and the rapper who's mentored by Tufan, the subplot involving Rana Daggubati's and Venkatesh's past, the subplot involving the politician Rajesh Jain and his shenanigans. Just too many subplots. You feel maybe a slightly tighter, crisper narrative may have helped the series a lot more. Third, I think, is too much use of expletives and crass language and sexual innuendos throughout the series. I think it is way too much. I mean, it's shocking even for today's benchmark of web series, which normally tend to overdo this bit. This is way beyond what you can imagine of what any family audience can digest. In fact, this show is strictly meant for individual viewing and not for families to be viewing together. So these three things, I think, do bring the show down. But having said that, I would still say, because of this very interesting casting and because of the fact that Venkatesh and Rana Daggubati play roles very different from what they've done in the past, I would still give this show a rating of 6 on 10, but it should have and definitely could have been a lot more crisper. With the way the show ends, it's pretty clear that there is going to be a sequel to this show. The writers clearly need to figure out a way of making this far more crisper if they want to keep the audience hooked and engaged in the second season as well, because the novelty won't remain then. They need to make it more interesting, more crisper, more concise than what the current show was. If you've already seen the show, do let us know what you think of it, whether you agree with our review or not. Please do mention in the comment section below. If you liked our review, please do subscribe to our channel for many more such reviews. Please do keep coming back. We'll see you soon. Thank you.